Hi everyone, and welcome to the Free Range Diva. I'm Cheryl, and I'm here today to bring you a Vitacost haul that I just did. In case you don't know, Vitacost is an online retailer that sells healthier products, and this month it's non-GMO month, and in connection with that, they are offering select non-GMO items for sale for 15% off. So this video is going to be actually in two parts because I put my order in last week, but my box went astray. So the folks at Vitacost are rushing me a new box, but in the meantime, I wanted to give you a little background information on non-GMO month and non-GMOs in general, and also show you some items that I purchased from Vitacost that are non-GMO, that are not in this order, but that happen to be in my pantry. So I thought you'd have fun looking at those too. So it's going to be in sections. You'll see this section, and then when the order actually comes in, you'll see me looking different, and then I'll add that onto this footage, mostly because I wanted to get this up and I didn't want to wait any longer. So let's start off talking about the environmental impact of GMOs, and this is going to be quick. It's going to be a lot of information, and I'm actually using notes. So here we go. First of all, we're going to talk about the environmental impact of BT corn, which is, quickly, corn that has been genetically modified to include a pesticide toxin, so that when pesticides eat the fruit, actually eat the plant, they die. When pests actually eat the plant, they die. Oh, that's what I said. So with this BT corn, we're seeing changes in the behavior of the monarch butterfly after exposure to the pollen from these plants, as well as in honey. We're seeing an impact in honeybee populations. The beneficial insects that control corn crop pests are also being adversely affected once they eat the pests that have eaten the BT corn. Many BT crops secrete the toxin into the soil through their roots, so that they're leaving a residue of this toxin in the soil, making it useless if you want to rotate out crops and grow something else in that soil. You're going to still have residues of the toxin in it. All right, moving on to glyphosate, also known as Roundup. So glyphosate ends up in the ecosystem where it kills frog larvae and water fleas. Because the spray can be blown a distance, and this is called aerial drift, there's also evidence that it's killing nearby vegetation that is essential to farmland birds. Because of the exclusive use of only one herbicide, Roundup, we're now seeing an increased weed tolerance to it here in the United States, necessitating the use of increasing amounts of Roundups sprayed more frequently to kill these quote-unquote super weeds. This negates any benefit to spraying Roundup in place of more harmful herbicides. So the USDA estimates that Roundup-ready crops are responsible for an additional 383 million pounds of herbicides being released into the environment than would have been released if these crops had never been introduced. Although glyphosate is considered to have a more benign impact on soil than some of the herbicides it's replaced, a recent study from the U.S. Geological Survey sampled waterways in 38 states and found glyphosate in the majority of rivers, streams, ditches, and wastewater treatment plant outfalls that they tested. Glyphosate was also found in about 70% of the rainwater samples that they tested. Finally, I'm going to talk about the impact on farm community of all this spraying. A 2015 study from the UN's International Agency for Research on Cancer found glyphosate in farm workers' blood and urine. They found chromosomal damage in cells and an increased risk of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in some people exposed. And farmers are at a greater risk of developing Parkinson's than our general population. This study led the World Health Organization to declare that glyphosate is probably a carcinogen. There's been pushback from chemical companies and the EPA, and more study by the WHO led them to modify their opinion that it is unlikely to cause cancer through diet, but their conclusion surrounding occupational hazards still stands. Finally, there are reports coming out of Argentina regarding disease rates among the farm community there, where GM soy is a huge crop and aerial spraying is massive, as is the accompanying aerial drift. Government-sponsored studies have been finding that deaths from cancer are double the national average, rates of birth defects and childhood cancers are tripled. Also, these studies noted DNA damage, higher incidences of toxic liver disease, neurological development problems in children, kidney failure, respiratory problems, and allergies. Sorry, I had to stop a bit. I was really getting angry. So as private citizens, if you are as outraged about this assault on our environment as I am, the strongest message that you can send to big agriculture and these chemical companies is to vote with your dollars. Opt out of genetically modified mega crops and instead make choices that are non-GMO. So let's get to the Vitacost order, and then I'll come back and show you a few other things that I get from Vitacost. Here we go. It's here. My Vitacost order is here, so I'm going to show you what I got from Vitacost during their non-GMO special. By the way, if you go to their website and scroll down the home page a little bit, you'll see the link to click to look at all the non-GMO items that they have on sale. And then once you get to that page, you can sort depending on like what you want, like if it's oils and vinegar or baking supplies or salad dressings or breakfast cereals or whatever. There will be a link below in the description box so that if you've never shopped at Vitacost before and if you use that link, you will get $10 off your first order of $30. Salad dressing. I've got two different kinds. Balsamic vinaigrette, this I order all the time, and then I tried something new called the Creamy Italian. And this is excellent, so I'm hoping this will be good as well. These are organic, and they have the Non-GMO Project Verified seal on the back. Also, while we're on the subject of Vitacost items, this is their butternut squash risotto. I've never tried this before, but it sounded delicious, and here's the seal, non-GMO seal right here. But it's risotto, and let's see what's in here. Rice, butternut squash, onion, spices, maple sugar, orange peel. So it sounds good. So maybe I'll try this as a nice side dish tonight. Cereals. This is by a company called Love Grown. This is their Power O's. Not only is this non-GMO right here, but it's wheat and corn free. So these O's, and I've had this before, they're delicious. They taste just like the regular, O's cereals, but they're made from beans and lentils. Tea, Numi, love this tea. Not only is it non-GMO verified, but the tea bags are not made from corn. They are, I don't know what they're made from, but they're biodegradable and they're safe. And I've always got a box of, this version is the rooibos, but I always have something of Numi teas in my pantry. Bone broth. I know this is a tiny little thing. This is more of a sipping size, but I wanted to, usually I make my own bone broth, but I wanted to try something, this brand, because sometimes if you just want, like especially if you're feeling sick or something and there is no bone broth, in the house, it's great to have something like this in the pantry that you can just reach for at any time. So this is the chicken variety, and it's from Pacific, and it's their organic bone broth. I picked up a couple of items from Diva. They're a skin care company, and they are also very committed to non-GMO ingredients. And so I got their Perfecting Time. This is a daytime moisturizer that I use. And then this is their skin brightening serum. And this is actually, my mother uses this, and she's been using it almost a year now. And She first got it because she had dark patches, really large dark patches here on either side of her face and here up on her forehead. And this has evened those out. They've all gone away. Her skin is all one tone right now, and it's a little bit lighter. So this is the Skin Brightening Serum. I have not tried this myself, but she swears by it. All right, that's it that I've got from Vitacost. So now I'm going to show you a few other items I had in my pantry. I hope you enjoyed that because there's more. So my pantry, I was really surprised to find out that there are more items in my pantry than I thought there would be. So let's just get into it. Starting off with, this is 1 degree sprouted whole wheat flour. Here you've got your non-GMO seal. All of these are going to have non-GMO seal on them. McCann's Irish oatmeal. Ready in 3 minutes. This is the quick cooking variety, and this is what my mother likes to have for her breakfast. I also like sprouted rice, so I picked up Lundberg's sprouted rice. This is the short brown variety, but they have many other varieties. And again, this is non-GMO verified right there. Let's see, I've got wholesome sweeteners. Molasses. I love to put this in stews and chilies and on biscuits. And this has the seal here on the back. And I've also got Bragg's liquid aminos. These are the soy variety, and this is great when you want to add a savory flavor to foods without adding salt, because there's no salt in here. I can never do without a good protein bar, and this I actually have more like a treat than a protein bar, although it is a protein bar. But I buy this by the case. These are the Nugo chocolate chip variety, and these are so good. They're almost like a dessert, but they have a lot of protein, so that makes them a little bit healthier. And again, you've got the non-GMO seal right here. And then our labeling laws are rather strict on what you can put on your label. So if you say that a product is not non-GMO on the label, clearly printed, the U.S. government says that it has to be non-GMO. So this is Vitacost's powdered sugar, and it's got non-GMO right here, and it also restates it on the back. And then supplements. Vitamin C is my main supplement, and it is very hard to find a corn-free vitamin C, but look at this. Not only is this a corn-free, non-GMO vitamin C, again, non-GMO here, and on the back they restate that this they get their vitamin C actually from tapioca, not from corn. And Source Naturals I get this from Vitacost, but you can find Source Naturals products anywhere. And then if you are in Canada, you are likely familiar with Isura or ISURA. They are the Canadian, they certify non-GMO products in Canada, and they have a seal. These are natural factors vitamins that I have here. I've got their curcumin. Don't mind the writing on this. This is for my mother to remind her to take this for brain health. This is their curcumin. I've got B12 here, and here on the side, I'll pull this in close. Right up here at the top is the Canadian ISURA seal of non-GMO. So that's it. Those are all my products, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have not seen my Andalou Naturals giveaway video in celebration of non-GMO month, it's still running, so please head on over there. I'll link it above, but head on over there, watch it, enter the giveaway. It's a really great one, and leave your comments about about your non-GMO commitment, and that's all you need to do to enter. So in the meantime, please give this video a thumbs up if you found this information useful. Please give this video a thumbs up and share it if you are as passionate about non-GMOs and genetically engineered food as I am. Also, give this video a thumbs up and share it if you are passionate about labeling, because I'm going to be talking about labeling in my next video. So everybody take care out there. Have a great day. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye.